Okay, welcome back to Boca Raton, Florida. Let's talk about, is that better? Oh, the lighting this way is better. Okay. Let's talk about dividend stocks versus regular stocks. Which one's better? And by stocks, I always mean indexes. So I have probably 20%, maybe 25% of my portfolio in dividend generating indexes. That is, they pay out a certain amount every quarter. So it's kind of like a steady income stream. And most of my portfolio, at least 75%, I guess, is in basically the equivalent of the S&P 500, which is growth. Okay, so which is better, and why do I even hold dividend producing stocks? So I think overall, my wife and I realized that the growth stocks are actually better because they grow way more than the dividend producing stocks. The dividend producing stocks, let's say growth stocks average 10% per year versus the dividend producing stocks, which let's say average maybe 2%, but they pay out 3%. So now you have maybe 5% total growth per year on the dividends versus 10% on growth stocks, such as the S&P 500. So why do we hold dividend stocks? You know, sometimes we do things not only for just for maximum profit or maximum gain. Sometimes we do things because it makes us feel better. Okay, so for example, you know, we paid off our houses early on, even though rates, you know, 10, 15 years ago were 2 to 3%. Like we literally had a mortgage at one time. It was 2.625% to be exact. And I remember that number very, very distinctly. 2.625% for a 10-year mortgage. And we paid it off early, even though it was practically free money, right? And we had the tax write-off also from that mortgage, right? Anyway, we paid it off because it made us feel better to not have debt. So for the same reason why we have dividend producing stocks, although just a minority portion, okay? Not the majority of the money is still in growth. So we have, let's say 20-25% of our money in dividend producing stocks because it makes us feel better, okay? It makes us feel better to get money where we don't have to sell any shares of stocks, okay? So that's the only reason. It's not because, div stocks outperform the S&P 500. They don't. In general, they don't. But it does make me feel better that, I'm having an additional income stream, very steady, right? Every quarter I get a certain amount from my stocks, and I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about the market going up or down. I still get a certain amount. Although when the market goes down, of course, I think the divs kind of, decrease as well. So, yeah, that's the only reason. And, if you're looking at which one to go, well, that's personal finances, personal again. What's right for me may not be right for you. And how something makes me feel, you may feel differently about it. But, check out both. See how you feel about divs versus growth. And they can be right for the, depending on where you are in your life and what you plan to do. And, do you plan to sell any stocks to supplement your income, etc. All right, some food for thought. Talk to you next time.